Now you're getting the hang of this. So next up on our Descriptathon challenge, we're going to describe something that we often run into when we're describing images from National Park Service brochures, and that's the cultural artifact. A cultural artifact. That's something. It's not a person. It's a thing, and that thing is pictured, and it needs to be described. So how do we go about doing it? Again, in the Descriptathon project, we'll open up our Descriptathon for project. We'll open up our table of contents. We'll find the cultural artifact set here and look down the list for our names. These will be filled in after round one, so we get a sense of, or we'll get to move people into these different bracket slots. But let's say you're New Bedford, you'll find your name on this list. You'll see New Bedford, and you're going against number 25, whoever that ends up being. And then you'll come down to your box, which is the New Bedford box, and open it up. And here we go. We have an image of looks like a Civil War era hat. And we're given a little bit of caption information: Federal Artilleryman's Forage Cap. So that's what we know about it, and that's what we can see. Our description will go here. If you're thinking, well, I would like to refresh how I describe a cultural artifact, remember you can go back to our Unity Academy under Photos and Illustrations and find the cultural artifacts section of that. Click on it, and it gives you a little bit of information about how to describe a cultural artifact. What are its raw materials? What's its size? What's its shape? This might be interesting for this particular challenge. Its historical or cultural context. And you can think about all these different aspects and others. Another option is to go back to the top of our Unity Academy and click on this longer "How do I describe a cultural artifact" survey. This will give you a little bit different angle on the same problem. But just give it a try, file it, remember the process. So we write our description in this box on the front stage after we went into our table of contents component. We open it up, we see the image, we write our description here, and don't forget to click on this red button here when you're done, which turns it green, and when it's green, that means we know you're done with it, so we can pass it on to our judges. Don't turn it green until you're ready to give it to the judges. But that's the challenge too.